Good evening and welcome to the second edition of the Economic Times and Samannati FPO Awards 2021. I'm your host Isha Phalla, welcoming you on this digital platform. Agriculture with its allied sectors is one of the largest livelihoods in the country. Agriculture in India is the livelihood of majority of the population and can never really be underestimated. Our farmers face various challenges, one of them being the order of receiving and reaching their desired revenue. Farmer producer organizations present immense opportunity to transform agriculture in India and contribute towards the visionary goal of doubling farmers' incomes. The ecosystem of FPOs is evolving to be more and more vibrant. Progressively, the government, as well as all other stakeholders, are realizing that notwithstanding interventions in various production and post-production areas of farm sector, formation and promotion of FPOs is an ideal future for the sector. There are various stakeholders which are leading to the development of FPOs as key market players in the agriculture economy. Today, we have over 7,000 FPOs across the country already established under various programs and schemes. And more than 10,000 FPOs are being promoted under the new dedicated schemes. It is important for us to identify and recognize role model FPOs as well as related service providers and stakeholders, which is what brings us to today, to really appreciate FPOs that are doing some great work. As I welcome all of you to the second edition of the Economic Times and Samannati FPO Awards 2021, the award this year are in the following categories for stakeholders in the FPO ecosystem. We will be congratulating the Best FPO, Best Governance, Mahila Sashaktikaran by AP Mas, Best FPO in Dairy Sector, Special Jury Award, along with Best FPO Enabler. All this a little later, but before we begin, let me take a moment and thank our partners for their trust and support in us. Our title partner, Samannati, our knowledge partner, Grant Thornton Bharat LLP. I'd also like to thank our Agri Innovation partner, Corteva Agri Science. Let me also thank our gold partner, Coromandel International, our associate partners, Steel India and BSC, our exchange partner, NCDEX, and of course, the event has been brought to you by ET Edge Unwired. I'd like to encourage all our viewers to please share their thoughts with us on their social media. Do remember to tag us using our hashtag FPO Awards. As we look forward to today, as we get started, Samannati offers financial, co-financial, and non-financial solutions to marginal, small, and medium holders, including farmers, agri-enterprises, wholesalers, retailers. Samannati stands for collective growth, collective prosperity, and collective elevation. They work with over 800 farmer producer organizations that are serving to about 4 million predominantly smallholder farmers across India. And the number is only growing as we speak. To extend a very warm welcome to all of you and to present the opening address, may I please request all of you to set this virtual stage for Mr. Anil Kumar SG, Founder and Chief Executive Officer, Samannati. We welcome you, sir.
Good afternoon to everyone. A warm welcome to each one of you for this award ceremony. In the first edition of the FPO, we had the summit and awards together. But this time, given the extraordinary times that all of us in this country and worldwide are going through, we wanted to do justice to the awards function, the assessment of the contestants, come out with the most inspiring awardees as the winners of this award function, and hence we decoupled, delinked the summit and the awards. So thank you very much to each one of you for accommodating this change in the structure of the FPO summit and awards. As always, we are proud to be associated with the Economic Times in this second edition of the Summit and Awards. The Summit was a fantastic experience where we brought in the best of the industry experts, the best of the people who are committed to taking the FPOs in this country to the next level, coming together and sharing and listening to what does it take for us to take this movement forward. Also, the GT team and the jury have put together their best of the efforts to screen the contestants who have made the applications, who have enrolled for this process, and have made sure that the process goes through in the most objective manner that is possible. Just to reiterate, this award is not for the FPOs that Samounnati is working together. This awards function is for the entire ecosystem of FPOs, whether they are working with Samounnati or not. But most importantly, how can we inspire other FPOs, other community-based organizations, other farmer collectives who are doing a fantastic job to learn from you, to be inspired by you, and do what they are doing much better, take their work to the next level. On the Foundation Day of Samounnati, 23rd June, last month, we actually launched another platform called FPO Next, which is to take well-functioning and well-intended FPOs with only qualification of being united and committed to the cause of their members into a network, a membership program, an affiliation program, in which we are looking at engaging with them for all possible services that an FPO can and is expected to provide to their members. This is an invite-only group at this point in time, and we have got about 100 such FPOs part of the FPO Next membership program. Objective is, after this first cohort of 100 FPOs, we will open up the entire affiliation program to all the FPOs in this country, and you, the winners of this edition of the Economic Times Samounnati FPO Awards, would be most welcome to be part of this affiliation program. We also have launched another initiative called Samounnati IPL, which is in principle loan for all the entities which have registered as entities, and this provides pre-sanctioned, pre-approved loan to the extent of up to 5 lakhs with the basic documents. Here again, the only qualification is how united you are as the governing body of the FPO and how committed you are to the welfare of your members. Just 2 qualifications is what makes you eligible for this pre-sanctioned and pre-approved loans. On this occasion, I request each one of you, the winners, as well as the FPOs in this ecosystem who are listening to this, to make best use of all of these initiatives and join Samounnati in this journey where we strive to make markets work for smallholder farmers. So welcome once again to each one of you, and wishing you a very best. Thank you very much. Namaste.
Thank you so very much, Mr. Anil Kumar SG, for sharing with us the various initiatives that Samounnati is launching, of course, telling us more about FPO Next and how today is really about bringing to our viewers inspiring stories of successful FPOs. As we move forward to present our keynote address, it is indeed our honor to have the kind presence of Professor Ramesh Chand, member Niti Aayog. We thank you, sir, for joining us today, and we look forward to hearing and learning from you.
Mr. Kumar, Mr. Parvesh Sharma, organizers of Economic Times and Samunati Award for FPOs, different members and office bearers of farmer producer organizations, and my dear other participants. I congratulate Samunati for this planning promotion of FPO activities in a very planned and systematic manners. I have been observing, but not monitoring. I have been observing it for more than last 2 years that you are moving very systematically under a particular strategy and under a clear vision for FPO. This year, 23rd June, I remember that you came with the new initiative, EMLA, and I also feel happy that on all these important occasions, when somebody will look at the history of FPO, these events will be mentioned as important, some of these as important landmark. So I will also feel happy that I was part of it. I today want to share with you some basic information about philosophy of FPO. That why is it that we need strong FPO movement in our country? Is it merely, any government when it comes to power, it wants to show that it is doing something. So you can just see that certain programs are only for demonstrating, some programs are only for short-term achievement, some programs are for political reasons, but there are some programs for really transformation of society and transformation of a particular sector. So I put this FPO initiative in the category of an initiative which is for transformation of farmers and transformation of agriculture sector. Now let me share with you why I say so. I'm not saying so because I'm speaking on this occasion, important award ceremony of FPO. Why I say so is, if you look over time, you will find two patterns of development in agriculture. There is one pattern which I call Western model, where you will just find that small will eventually vanish from the scene. It is large farmer which will grow larger and larger and larger. And ultimately, the small farmer who have some advantage of labor, etc., etc., they can't withstand to the competition from scale advantage of large farmers. So you just find that over time in the USA, in Australia, in most of the Europe, even South Africa also followed that model to some extent, and Brazil also followed that model. So you just see that small farmers vanish from the scene. So when they are vanishing from the scene, you don't require organization like FPO. But there is another model. In fact, many of the Indian, they are exposed to Western model. So they will always talk of what is the need for promoting small farmer. Small farmer are not efficient. They are not capable to compete in the market. They will vanish. This kind of thing people will talk who have experience of or exposure only to Western model. But they completely forget that Asian model is totally different than what is Western model. You can look at the advanced capitalist economy, Japan. You just find there that what we call marginal farmer, the farmer of the size smaller than that exists and they are doing farming. Recently, we have example of China that last 30 years, China has grown economically so strong, so much per capita income has become 4 times that of, I think, India. But still, you find small farmer exists and they are smaller than us and they are very much existing. They did not give way to large farmers. In fact, I wrote about this in one of my paper long back, that Asian model versus Western model. When I wrote a paper on small is beautiful kind of things, that the inverse relationship between farm size and productivity in India has not vanished. It has rather become more strong over time. So I then found there was one book by, I think, name was Stroud. He wrote How Asia Works. That is the only writing which I found which came in praise of smallholders and how these smallholders were able to compete with large industrial agriculture in the West. So friends, we are not going to go the Western way because the rest of Asia has not gone the Western way. Most likely we will go the Asian way, as you find there are small marginal farmer in Japan, they are so in China, and over time also we are seeing that movement of farmer is not from marginal toward medium or from medium toward larger, though there is a ceiling, but still you don't see movement from small or medium toward larger. You find that there is a movement from large to medium to small, and small to marginal, which give a clear indication that small farmer will remain reality of India in a foreseeable time. I don't know what will happen after 80 years or after a century, but if I look at experience of Japan and China, I can see that next 3 decades or so, even if we reach level of income of China, small farmers in India are going to stay. So we have to then deal with them. So when I wrote that paper that small is beautiful and there is inverse relationship between productivity and farm size, and small farmer per unit of land produce more output, they grow more cash crops. Uh, One of my friend from Japan, Hiroshima, he said your paper is very good and he has seen Japan also. But I have one comment. The comment was interesting. He said, Ramesh, small is beautiful, but small is weak. We should not forget that small is weak. Therefore, small is beautiful because of his own efforts, but by nature he is weak. So it is duty of the state to strengthen him, to make him strong. And how we can make him strong? Otherwise, his condition will remain miserable. He will remain in poverty and all those kind of things. So I feel that if we want small to become stronger, then we have to make use of institutional arrangements like FPO. That is very, very important. We have to provide them part-time jobs so that income from half acre, 1 acre may not be enough. Let them earn something from outside, or activities which are allied to agriculture or which can be linked to agriculture. So we need to work on those kind of areas. And when we look at those kind of area, and we know that small suffers in terms of scale, small suffers in terms of bargaining power, small suffers in terms of value capturing, value addition, and FPO are one institution which can equip them to deal with all these constraints. So how FPO can help them in these constraints? I think that lot of articles are written. There are practitioners like Pravesh who knows how to address these constraints of small and marginal farmers. But I would briefly touch upon what we can do for smallholders within agriculture. So one is that within agriculture, we increase profitability of smallholders. So if we have to increase profitability of smallholder, what we would be required to do, we will tell them, you use different method of farming, you start growing high value crops, you should learn when to sell crop, better not to sell crop when it is peak arrival time. Those who sold soybean in the month of October, November last year, sold it at 4,000 rupee, but today it is not available in the market, even at 9,000 rupee a quintal. So those kind of things that we need to then equip smallholders with knowledge. We need to equip smallholders with risk-taking capacity. We need to educate smallholders with dealing with market, and he will also require capital. If you have to deal with individual farmer in terms of equipping him in all these terms, the cost will turn out to be prohibitive. But if you deal with the farmer as a group and you impart knowledge to them, suppose there are 500 members of FPO, then your knowledge of educating a farmer become 1/500. Same thing applied to many other things, that how you can deal with risk, how you can deal with providing better market, and how you can then share the risk of giving credit to the farmer. So I feel that if FPO work on these kind of principle, focus on these kind of factors, like I gave example of scale, very simple. If one farmer go to buy bag of urea, he will get it for 290 rupees. But if a group of farmers directly buy urea from CRIPCO or from IFCO, then whatever margin they are giving to retailers, that will come to FPO. Simple example of that how there is economy in this scale in case of input. Similarly, scale is there in case of output, that if it is high value crop and it is coming in small lot, there is no there is so much cost of taking it to market that farmers will generally not go for this kind of crops, but they can pool it. Then they can hire a common truck, and if they want to wait for off-season increase in price, a small farmer may not have more than 3-4 quintal. That we know that minimum size that is required to keep your produce in warehousing to get WDR receipt, to get credit, etc. Then there is a minimum quantity: 1 ton, 2 ton, 3 ton, or if you want to transact on NCDX, then there is some minimum quantity. So you can't do that individually, but if you are FPO, then I feel you can do it. You can take chance with market arbitrage, price spread, spatial price spread, bargaining power, etc., etc. One biggest source of earning for FPO to my mind could be, but so many people talk about value capture, but I feel that is possible in case of FPO. I give you a practical example. I am member of interministerial committee which monitor prices of essential commodity. We monitor prices of important commodity every month. So last month I was asked to look at what is happening to these pulses, etc. I looked at a data which will be interesting for you. On same day, if you look at what is the price of, say, any legume, any dal, like say moong, in a producing area, like it could be some market in Madhya Pradesh or it could be Bharatpur, then you will find that in the wholesale market today, it is selling for 50 rupee a kg. But if you look at retail price of dal, I found for almost all the dals and in large number of markets that price spread between the dal grain and duli hui dal or split dal, the price spread varies from 60 to 80, 90% on the same day, not over time, on the same day. So I think as FPO, rather than selling moon as a moon, why you can't do little bit processing and capture the value? This is what is the meaning of value chain, that you are capturing the value and you then sell it at whatever that 70, 80% margin, less say 20% cost, and you pocket rest of the 30, 40% kind of margin. Another thing I have spoken about consumer preference for some important trade. I think you can do it as a FPO, that you have direct link with the consumer. Many consumer want fresh products. These days I meet lot of consumer who are complaining to me, we are drinking milk. They name all those things. It is not proper on a public platform to name those. But they said, we don't know whether we are drinking milk or not. Neither we are getting the taste, nor we are sure whether it is having the original ingredient which are there in the milk or not. So if as FPO, you can have direct link with the consumer and you supply whole milk and raw milk, you will find the consumer will be willing to pay you much, much higher price than what you are getting through the food chain, through the supply chain. Because what is being done by supply chain now, consumer awareness is increasing. I have seen some of the people who bring milk from my village. In every drum of milk, which contains say 30, 40 kg of milk, they will add one piece of 5 kg of ice to keep the milk cool. You don't know what kind of water is used to make that ice. That you know that lot of waterborne disease, etc. So they will put that 5 kg. So 5 kg in 40 kg means adulteration is 12% of water. You don't know about quality of water, what kind of infection will come with that. But if consumer are sure that he is getting the milk which has come from the udder of the cow or buffalo, and then he is doing pasteurization or whatever, and it contains all the nutrients which should be there in the milk, along with the enzymes which are very, very important, I think the consumer are willing to pay you different prices. So I hope that you will think on these lines. And FPO, the dream of FPC when Baike Lal came with this model was that FPO should ultimately become a company, a farmer producer company, and then it should enjoy all the benefit of a company. Never be afraid of that if I become a company, I have to give GST, etc., etc. You know, larger the tax any producer pay, richer that person is. So don't link it that if you have to pay tax, you will become poorer or your income will decline. I think you will become richer than if you have to pay that. So just upgrade yourself from FPO to FPC. If there are 2 minutes, I want to talk about award also. Pramesh ji, can I take 2-3 minutes more? Okay.
Please.
I do not know what criteria you have used this year for giving award to performing FPO which are performing better. But 3-4 things which come to my mind, which may be kept for consideration in future. This time it has been decided, and I'm not saying that whatever criteria you have framed is not a good criteria. But I feel that if 3-4 more factors which comes to my mind, they are also paid attention by your committee, that may be better. First is, I think creation of FPO is much easier but sustenance of FPO is much more difficult. As you say, it is far easier to reach the top position than to stay there. Same thing applies to FPO, that you help them for some time. What is important is that through hand holding, they have reached that point. After that, whether they are able to stay there. So if you can take what is the life of FPO, how long this FPO has sustained actively, not in dormant term, actively. So how much business they were doing and for how long they have sustained. And that is important because we will learn from their experience that what is that which has made them resilient to so many constraints and uncertainty which they might have faced. Second is, what is the percent of women farmers in the FPO? That is very, very important. These days, whenever I go to address any women organization, few days back I was addressing Seva. So I told them, you get hold of ministers and parliamentarians and get a recognition for you, not as a owner of land, that is a legal process, but as a cultivator of the land. You see, there are two columns in the revenue records. God knows when you will become owner of the land. Though court has now given that right, but still people are using all sort of method to deny agriculture land going to the women. So I told them, suppose husband of some woman is doing some job, he is in army. It is women who is doing the cultivation. Or in most cases, women and men, husband and wife, they are together doing the cultivation. So there are two columns in the what you call Girdavri. One is Malik ka naam, second is Kashtkar ka naam. I feel that there is need to bring name of women in Kashtkar ka naam, and that will entitle them to become member of FPO, to avail credit and all those things. So these days I am trying to spread this message. This was opposed by Beena Agarwal for a long time, that if we will take up this cause, then our ultimate cause of becoming owner of land will be defeated. Somehow I convinced her that your ultimate cause will take a century. But this is something which we need to do immediately, and there are no conflict between the two. So women member. Secondly, one allegation which is coming from some quarters, that FPO with large farmers are more successful than FPO which are dominated by small or marginal farmers. So if you can consider this criteria also to dispel the impression of some people, I have not seen empirical information. Third thing which comes to my mind is, if some FPO has built its brand, that is very, very important, that FPO has built its brand like Country Delight Milk. Like this, if some FPO have built this brand, they must be given some marks for that kind of thing. Other kind of thing you people know much better than me. I would only like the organizer to convey my congratulations to the FPO who are being recognized for their work and who are being awarded for this kind of things. There are many kind of awards, but the award which is going to you, this is changing life of many people. Otherwise, many awards are just decorative type of things. So you consider that what you have done is a life transformation kind of award. It is not a decorative kind of award. So it should give you more internal satisfaction than that aesthetic value which it will give when you will keep it in your office of FPO. So thank you very much for making me part of this important event. Thank you.
Thank you so very much, Professor Ramesh Chandra, for joining us, for really sharing with us how strong an FPA movement in India needs to be. What should our approach really be going forward? How, as per you, smallholding farmers will remain a reality in India for at least the next few years to come? And how should we really deal with our farmers, making sure that we help them towards growing? In fact, we truly believe, as you mentioned, that FPOs are a way to transform farmers' future, to really transform the agriculture system in India, really take forward the entire sector, which is what brings us to today. FPOs are a critical component of agri-value chain in India. And the second edition of the Economic Times and Samannati FPO Awards 2021 brings to you stories of stable and sustainable growth for farmers. We truly hope that these awards will encourage more FPOs to strive towards excellence in providing services to member farmers. To tell us more about the award process, what all went behind the awards, the brainstorming sessions, and more, I'd like to extend a very warm welcome to Mr. V. Padmanand, partner, Grant Thornton, Bharat LLP.
Today, the FPO movement has picked up momentum with the Government of India investing over 6,000 crores in the formation and promotion of FPOs. This, in fact, complements the initiatives of several development partners, including the World Bank, the Asian Development Bank, as well as Indian and international foundations contributing and investing thousands of more crores towards the formation of promotion of FPOs in India. This particular initiative, the award function, the Summit Awards, for and recognizing the performance of FPOs and their complementary enablers in the ecosystem is most laudable in order to encourage more stakeholders to contribute towards the ecosystem, as well as recognize the performance of role model stakeholders. This year, in fact, over the FPA categorization, we had modified the evaluation parameters, tweaked the evaluation parameters would be the most appropriate word, more appropriately towards qualitative parameters than mere quantitative parameters such as turnover of an FPO, profits accrued and are declared as per balance sheet, that kind of thing. So we had with regard to FPOs, we had categorized and considered the parameters on four major aspects. One had been in terms of performance, that is, of course, in terms of turnover, profits, rate of increase in turnover, growth rates, that kind of thing. It has also been in terms of governance, that is in terms of management representativeness, and also in terms of inclusiveness of stakeholders and members on various activities. The third major parameters had been in terms of the range of services offered by the FPO. This could be in terms of the 10 to 12 typical range of services that we expect a good performing FPO to offer to their members, and also in terms of inclusive management. So we have performance, we have governance, we have the range of services, as well as inclusiveness in management that we are given focus on when we are appraising the FPOs in this context this year. And we had basically four categories. We had the best performing FPO. We had also the best FPO in terms of governance standards. We had a Mahila Sashактikaran, women focused and gender supporting related initiative given due weightage in terms of FPO support. The third major category had been in terms of the distinct dairy FPO category, and a special jury category was awarded. A category award was considered for also FPOs, the difficult terrain of the northeastern region. Now, in terms of the best performing FPO, the award and the weightage and scoring was focused and skewed more towards performance. That is more in terms of turnover increases, profit accrued, growth rate in turnovers, that kind of thing, but more on qualitative increases rather than mere quantitative volumes. These second category in terms of governance had focused more on inclusiveness, that is both on gender inclusiveness, social inclusiveness, that kind of thing, and also in terms of participation of members in the management of the FPO. The third major category, the Mahila Sashaktikaran, had focused on women representation, women management, women control, women in the representation of the board of directors, that kind of thing. The fourth major category had been the dairy FPO, which is basically for a milk producing FPO, which had been considered and awarded. The special jury award, as I mentioned, had been basically for according and recognizing the great efforts in the northeastern region by FPO leaders in promoting FPOs in that difficult terrain. The fifth major category had been the category not for FPO, but for the supporting enabler. Now, as we know, most FPOs in the country are promoted and dependent on the promoting agency, the formation, supporting, and the promoting agency. And in that context, the FPO promoting agency or an enabler had been recognized and awarded this year in terms of the range of services offered and the extent of service also offered to an FPO. So these have been the categories and awards. So on behalf of Grant Thornton and the Economic Times Samanati team, I also congratulate all the awardees and believe that this award and the recognition of stakeholders that is implicit in this award will only propel the movement even further. Will recognize the stakeholders, will encourage more stakeholders to achieve the summits and the targets realized by the awardees, and will also greater propel the FPO movement in the country. Thank you.
Taking forward the FPO movement in the country. Thank you so very much, sir, for sharing with us some more on the award process, the criteria, the categories for the awards this year. As we look forward to the second edition of the Economic Times and Samanati FPO Awards 2021, we bring to you stories of stable and sustainable growth for farmers. As we get all set to present to you the awards, let's have some virtual applauses for all those who sent in their nominations. We wish each one of you all the very best, and do remember to share your success story with us using our hashtag FPO Awards. Thank you so very much for being such a spectacular part of the second edition of the Economic Times and Samanati FPO Awards 2021. The awards this year are in the following categories for stakeholders in the FPO ecosystem: the Best FPO, Best Governance, Mahila Sashaktikaran by AP Mas, Best FPO in Dairy Sector, Special Jury Award, and Best FPO Enabler. We truly hope that these awards recognize the contribution of relevant stakeholders to the ecosystem, will encourage more FPOs to tirelessly strive towards excellence in providing services to member farmers. We also hope that the enablers and service providers will also be motivated to contribute even more towards the FPO movement in the country. तो आज की ये खास शाम है उन FPOs के लिए जिन्होंने बेहतरीन काम किया है, और हम यही आशा करते हैं कि उनका ये काम आगे भी जारी रहेगा। तो आइए शुरुआत करें अपनी सबसे पहली कैटेगरी के साथ, जो कि है बेस्ट FPO की कैटेगरी। In this category, we'll be looking for nominations that are best in the North, South, East, and West region. So let us begin with our North region and let us congratulate हरदोई किसान प्रोड्यूसर कंपनी लिमिटेड।
सभी को नमस्कार, मैं पंकज कुमार, CEO हरदोई किसान प्रोड्यूसर कंपनी लिमिटेड कछौना, हरदोई, उत्तर प्रदेश, और हमारे साथ मौजूद हैं कंपनी के कुछ निदेशकगण। हमारी प्रोड्यूसर कंपनी हरदोई जिले के 3 ब्लॉक कछौना, कोथावा और बेहंदर में काम कर रही है, और इन तीनों ब्लॉकों में लगभग 2500 किसान हमारी FPO से जुड़े हुए हैं, और कंपनी द्वारा चलाए जा रहे विभिन्न कार्यों जैसे सब्जी उत्पादन, अनाज उत्पादन, फार्म मशीनीकरण और कृषि इनपुट की उपलब्धता तथा प्रोक्योरमेंट आदि कामों से जुड़कर उनका जो अपना फ़ायदा उठा रहे हैं। वर्तमान में कंपनी के 4 इनपुट शॉप्स हैं 3 ब्लॉक में, जहां से किसानों को उचित मूल्य पर गुणवत्तायुक्त खाद बीज दवाएं उपलब्ध कराई जाती हैं। इसके अलावा कंपनी के 6 सब्जी संग्रहण केंद्र हैं, जहां किसान सब्जियां लाते हैं और एक साथ इकट्ठा करके मंडियों तक पहुंचाते हैं। पिछले साल लगभग 900 मीट्रिक टन के आसपास किसानों ने सब्जियां अलग अलग मंडियों में बेची थी और कोविड के दौरान भी ये सब्जी संग्रहण केंद्र किसानों के लिए काफ़ी मददगार रहे। और इसके अलावा एक वेजिटेबल कियोस्क है लखनऊ में, जिसके द्वारा भी सब्जियां बेची जाती हैं। हम धन्यवाद करते हैं समुन्नति, द इकोनॉमिस्ट टाइम्स और ग्रांट थॉर्नटन का, जिनके माध्यम से हमारी एफपीओ यानी हरदोई किसान प्रोड्यूसर कंपनी लिमिटेड को अवार्ड प्रदान किया जा रहा है। बहुत बहुत
आइए अब बढ़ते हैं साउथ रीजन की ओर। Let us put our hands together virtually as we wish the very best to Bidar Krishika Producer Company Limited.
ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ, ನಾನು ಗಾರ್ಡಿಡಿ ಮುಂಗೆ ಬೀದರ್ ಕೃಷಿ ಉತ್ಪಾದಕ ಕಂಪನಿಯ ನಿರ್ದೇಶಕನಾಗಿದ್ದು ದಕ್ಷಿಣ ಭಾರತದಲ್ಲಿ ಬೆಸ್ಟ್ ಎಫ್ಒ ಕ್ಯಾಟಗರಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಅವಾರ್ಡ್ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿದ ಸಲುವಾಗಿ ಸಮ್ಮತಿ ಎಕನಾಮಿಕ್ ಟೈಮ್ಸ್ ಜಿಒಟಿ ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು ಸಲ್ಲಿಸುತ್ತೇನೆ. ಮತ್ತು ಬೀದರ್ ಕೃಷಿಕ ಎಫ್ಒ ರಿಲಯನ್ಸ್ ಫೌಂಡೇಶನ್ ಸಹಕಾರದೊಂದಿಗೆ 2016ರಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಥಾಪನೆಯಾಗಿದ್ದು ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ 7 ಜನ ನಿರ್ದೇಶಕರು ಹಾಗೂ 5400 ಸದಸ್ಯರಿದ್ದಾರೆ.
ಪಂಚಾಯತ್ ಗ್ರಾಮದಾಗೆ 1200 ಜನ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ನಾವೆಲ್ಲರೂ ಹೆಚ್ಚಾಗಿ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ವ್ಯವಸಾಯಕ್ಕೆ ಸಂಬಂಧಪಟ್ಟಿನವರು, ರೈತರಿಗೆ ಒಂದು ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಬೆಲೆ ಸಿಗಬೇಕಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ನಾವು ಬೀದರ್ ಕೃಷಿಕ ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸರ್ ಕಂಪನಿ ಸ್ಥಾಪನೆ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದು. ಮತ್ತು ಇದ್ರ ಬೆಳತಕ್ಕಂಥ ವಸ್ತುಗಳೇನೋ ನಾವು ದೊಡ್ಡ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಮೀಲಿನ ಜೊತೆ ಸಂಬಂಧ ಬೆಳೆಸಿ ರೈತರಿಗೆ ಒಂದು ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಬೆಲೆ ಸಿಗಬೇಕಂತ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೆವು.
ಮತ್ತು ತಾಡ್ಕಲೆಯನ್ನು ಔಷಧಿಗಳು ಸರಬರಾಜು ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ಮತ್ತು ರೈತರು ಬೆಳೆದಂಥ ಸೋಯಾಬೀನು, ತೊಗರಿ, ಕಡಲೆಯನ್ನು ಖರೀದಿ ಮಾಡಿ ದೊಡ್ಡ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಕಂಪನಿಗಳಿಗೆ ಮಾರಾಟ ಮಾಡ್ತದೆ. ಕಸ್ಟಮೈರಿಂಗ್ ಸೆಂಟರ್ ಮೂಲಕ ರೈತರಿಗೆ ನೇಗಿಲು, ಕುಂಟೆ ಮತ್ತು ಬಿತ್ತುವ ಮಷೀನು ಸರಬರಾಜು ಮಾಡುತ್ತಾಗಿದೆ. ಈ ಪ್ರಶಸ್ತಿ ನಿರ್ದೇಶಕರ ಮತ್ತು ಶೇರ್ ಹೋಲ್ಡರ್ ಪರಿಶ್ರಮದಿಂದಾಗಿ ಲಭಿಸಿದ್ದಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ಮತ್ತು ಮುಂದಿನ ದಿನಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿನ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಲು ಸಹಕಾರ ಮಾಡುತ್ತದೆ. ಈ ಪ್ರಶಸ್ತಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಕ್ಕೆ ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು.
जोरदार तालियां हो जाए। ईस्ट रीजन में हम मुबारकबाद देना चाहेंगे भूमगढ़ी महिला कृषक प्रोड्यूसर कंपनी लिमिटेड.
Thanking the Economics Time and Samunati and Grant Thorntons receiving the Farmer Producer Organization Award. Company name is Bhumgadi Mahila Krishak Producer Company Limited. My name is Dinanath Rajput, CEO Bhumgadi Mahila Krishak Producer Company Limited. This company is working in agriculture and forest produce in 7 blocks of 3 districts with 6,100 women farmer. FPO vision is improved livelihood option of smallholder farmer with sustainable and profitable farming system and build the inclusive value chain to enhance the bargaining power of smallholder farmer.
आइए अब चले वेस्ट रीजन की ओर और आप सभी की तालियों के बीच मुबारकबाद देना चाहेंगे साबर आर्ट फार्म एंटरप्राइज प्रोड्यूसर कंपनी लिमिटेड.
नमस्कार, समुन्नति द्वारा बेस्ट एफपीओ अवार्ड 2021 के लिए सेफ कंपनी की आपने पसंदगी की है, इसलिए आप सभी को सेफ कंपनी की तरफ से बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद. मेरा नाम सुनील कुमार राणा भाई बिगड़िया है. मैं सेफ कंपनी में लास्ट 2 साल से स्टोर कीपर में काम करता था. अब 2 मंथ से सेफ कंपनी के सीईओ के लिए काम करता हूँ. कंपनी के शेयरधारक 1000 थे और हर साल हमारे साथ थोड़े थोड़े शेयरधारक जुड़ते गए और इस साल हमारे साथ 2200 शेयरधारक है और शेयरधारक की रकम 4,50,000 रुपीज़ है. सेफ कंपनी किसानों के लिए खाद, दवा और सीड्स की सुविधाएं पूरी पाड़ रही है. इस एरिया के किसानों की ज़मीन 40 से 30 गुंठा जितनी है, इसलिए मर्यादित जत्थे में इनपुट की सुविधा भी हम लोग दे रहे हैं. हम लोग हर साल किसानों की फसल को खरीदी भी करते हैं. उनमें से मूंग, उड़द, तुअर और चने की दाल और हल्दी का पाउडर बना के 1 kg में पैकिंग करके सेफ ब्रांड से मार्केट में हिम्मतनगर, अहमदाबाद, सूरत, राजकोट जैसे मार्केट में सेल्स करते हैं. 2016 में सेफ कंपनी का टर्नओवर 8 लाख रुपीस था. 2020 में 1,44,00,000 रुपीस थे और 2021 में 1,39,00,000 रुपीस थे. इस साल हमने 3 लाख तक पहुंचने का प्रयास से. धन्यवाद.
It is now time for us to move towards our next category, which is that of best governance. In this category, we'll be looking for nominations that are best in the north, in the south, and in the east and west region. So let us begin with the north region. और आप सभी की तालियों के बीच हम मुबारकबाद देना चाहेंगे कृषि संगम कृषक उत्पादक स्वायत्ता सहकारिता।
नमस्कार, मैं प्रहलाद कुशेरी, सीईओ कृषि संगम कृषक उत्पादक स्वायत्त सहकारिता। हमारे एफपीओ के द्वारा बागेश्वर जनपद के कपकोट विकासखंड के 55 गाँव के 1184 किसानों के साथ काम किया जा रहा है। हम लोग वर्तमान में किसानों के साथ दाल उत्पादन, सब्जी उत्पादन, बीज उत्पादन पे काम कर रहे हैं। हम लोग जैविक खेती पे भी काम कर रहे हैं। मैं धन्यवाद करना चाहूँगा द इकोनॉमिक टाइम्स, समुन्नति एवं ग्रांट थॉर्टन का, जिनके माध्यम से हमको यह अवार्ड प्रदान किया जा रहा है। धन्यवाद।
Let us now move on to our next region, which is the South region. Our best wishes to Vurutai Millets Farmer Producer Company.
First of all, thanks to Samunati, Economic Times and the Gram Counter for receiving the Farmer Producer Organization Award. என்னுடைய கம்பெனி விருதை சிறுதானிய உழவர் உற்பத்தியாளர் நிறுவனம். என்னுடைய பேர் வந்து ராஜேந்திரன், முதன்மை செயலாளராக செயல்பட்டு வரேன். 2016 எங்களுடைய கம்பெனி தொடங்கப்பட்டது. இதுவரை சிறு குறு விவசாயிகள் வந்து 1500 பேர் இருக்கிறாங்க. எங்களுடைய முதல் ஆக்டிவிட்டியாக வந்து விவசாயிகளுக்கு நேரடி கொள்முதல் வேலையை ஆரம்பித்தோம். இன்றைக்கி வரலாம் அவங்கள்ட்ட நேரடி கொள்முதல் செஞ்சு ஒரு நல்ல ஸ்ட்ராங்கான வந்து ஒரு மேனுஃபேக்சரிங் ப்ராசஸ் சென்டர் உருவாக்குறது. வேலையோட ப்ராடக்டை பிராண்டிங் மூலம் நாங்கள் வந்துட்டு வாடிக்கையாளர்களுக்கு நேரடியாக விற்பனை செய்து வரோம். அது மட்டும் இல்லாமல் எக்ஸ்போர்ட் யூஎஸ், கனடா, கத்தார், ஓமன் இந்த நாடுகளுக்கு ஏற்றுமதி செஞ்சுட்ருக்கோம். எங்களுக்கு பெரும் சப்போர்ட்டாக இருந்தது சமுன்னதி ஃபண்டிங் ஏஜென்சி, எலிஃபென்ட் ஃபைனான்ஸ். அதுபோல் சீட்ஸ் எங்களுடைய ஆதார நிறுவனம், அவங்க எங்களுக்கு தொடர்ந்து எங்களுக்கு பல்வேறு வகையான விளையாட்டுகளோட நிதி மற்றும் பயிற்சி கூடங்கள், இந்த மாதிரி கருத்து பட்டறைகள், பல்வேறு ஆக்டிவிட்டி வந்து எங்களுக்கு சப்போர்ட் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கிறாங்க. நாங்கள் தொடர்ந்து எங்களுடைய நிறுவனம் கடந்த 3 ஆண்டுகளாக எங்களுடைய பிஸ்னஸ் டர்ன் ஓவர் 3 கோடி ரூபாய் கடந்து வெற்றிகரமாக செயல்பட்டு வரோம். இந்த அடிப்படையில் கடந்த நிதியாண்டில் 2021 நிதியாண்டில் சிபிஓ பகுதி சார்ந்த வணிக நிறுவனம், கிளஸ்டர் பேஸ்ட் பிஸ்னஸ் ஆர்கனைசேஷன் 10,000 எஃப்இஓ ப்ரொமோஷனில் இம்ப்ளிமெண்டிங் ஏஜென்சியை ஸ்டேட் கவர்மெண்ட்டும் சென்ட்ரல் கவர்மெண்ட்டும் எங்களை அங்கீகரிச்சிருக்கிறாங்க. இந்த அடிப்படையில் எங்களுக்கு ஒரு 14 கம்பெனிகள் கொடுக்கப்பட்டு நாங்கள் அதுவும் விருதை எப்படி இன்றைக்கி ஒரு சிறப்பான ஒரு உழவர் உற்பத்தியாளர் நிறுவனமாக இருக்கோம். பல்வேறு மாவட்டங்களிலும் பல்வேறு மாநிலங்களிலும் இது போன்ற உழவர் உற்பத்தியாளர் நிறுவனத்தை உருவாக்குவது போன்ற செயல்களை தொடர்ந்து செய்வதற்காக எங்களுக்கு அந்த வாய்ப்புகள் வழங்கப்பட்டதுக்கு நன்றி தெரிவிச்சுக்கிறோம். ஸோ அதோடு இந்த அவார்டு எங்களுக்கு மிகுந்த ஒரு ஊக்கத்தை அளிக்கிறது.
आइए अब आपको ले चले ईस्ट रीजन की ओर और बहुत बहुत मुबारकबाद देना चाहेंगे छतना एग्रो प्रोड्यूसर कंपनी लिमिटेड को।
Myself, Mr. Tapol Das, CEO, Chhadra FPC, on behalf of Chhadra FPC, I want to thank Samunati, Economic Times and Grant Thornton LLP for awarding as a best FPO collaboration. Chhadra FPC Chhadra FPC started in 2015 with a single market outlet and now a domination for entire Kishok Bazar Chhatra block, Bankura. This has been possible because of the proactive boards are all staff on FPC. Thanks again, Economic Times and Grant Thornton.
नेक्स्ट अवार्ड जो कि वेस्ट रीजन से है, आप सभी के बीच जोरदार तालियां हो जाएं, वर्चुअली ही सही, पर आइए अब मुबारकबाद दें बिजावर फार्मर प्रोड्यूसर कंपनी लिमिटेड को।
मेरा नाम परेश शुक्ला है। मैं बिजावर प्रोड्यूसर कंपनी में एज ए फैसिलिटेटर काम कर रहा हूं। कंपनी का पंजीकरण वर्ष 2011 में हुआ था। बिजावर प्रोड्यूसर कंपनी का गठन महिला किसान सशक्तिकरण परियोजना के अंतर्गत एक्शन फॉर सोशल एडवांसमेंट के सहयोग से किया गया था। वर्तमान में कंपनी रबी एवं खरीफ में बीज उत्पादन, बीज विक्रय एवं अनाज के ट्रेडिंग कार्य सुचारू रूप से कर रही है। भविष्य में कंपनी कीटनाशक, खाद एवं प्रोसेसिंग का कार्य भी करना चाहती है। मैं बिजावर प्रोड्यूसर कंपनी की तरफ से समुन्नति एवं जीटी को आभार व्यक्त करना चाहता हूं, जिन्होंने कंपनी के कार्य एवं रूपरेखा को देखते हुए समुन्नति एंड ETFPO अवार्ड 2011 से सम्मानित किया है। यह अवार्ड FPO विथ गुड गवर्नेंस इन वेस्टर्न रीजन के तहत प्राप्त हुआ है। इस अवार्ड के प्राप्त होने से बिजावर प्रोड्यूसर कंपनी लिमिटेड के स्टाफ, शेयर होल्डर्स एवं संचालक मंडल में एक नया जोश एवं स्फूर्ति प्राप्त हुई है, जिससे कंपनी और बेहतर परफॉर्मेंस करने पर ध्यान देगी।
Let us now move forward towards our next award category, which is Mahila Shaktikaran Award by AP Mas. In this category, we'll be looking for nominations that are best in the North, South, East and West region. तो आइए सबसे पहले नॉर्थ रीजन के साथ शुरुआत करें और बहुत बहुत मुबारकबाद दें जून फार्मर्स प्रोड्यूसर कंपनी लिमिटेड को।
मैं समृद्धि एवं इकोनॉमिक्स टाइम्स ग्रांड थॉर्नटन को FPO अवार्ड के लिए धन्यवाद करती हूँ। मैं गौरी तोमर दून फार्मा प्रोड्यूसर लिमिटेड कंपनी की अध्यक्ष हूँ और मेरा आपको नमस्कार। और हमारे FPO में 360 महिलाएं हैं जो इस FPO को चलाती हैं और हमारे 6 डायरेक्टर हैं। इस टाइम हमारे शेयर होल्डर और डायरेक्टर लोग उपस्थित हैं और सब लोग की तरफ से आप लोग को नमस्ते। और हमारे जो जितने भी हैं किसान महिलाएं हैं और 90% हमारी किसान महिलाएं जुड़ी हैं जो FPO में जुड़ के अपना सीधा फ़ायदा ले रही हैं। दूध उत्पादन हमारा मेन पर्पज़ है डेयरी और डेयरी से रिलेटेड कार्य कर रही हैं। मैं पूनम, मैं यहाँ के FPO के डायरेक्टर हूँ और हमारे साथ बहुत महिलाएं जुड़ी हुई है जो हमारे साथ मिलके हमारा काम करते हैं और जिससे हमें बहुत लाभ होता है और महिलाएं भी इससे बहुत खुश हैं, जिससे उनके घर की भी जो समस्याएं हैं इसके लिए मैं FPO का बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद करती हूँ।
As we now move forward towards the southern part of the country, taking the award away is Mathota Vana Sahaja Farmer Producer Company.
మా కంపెనీ పేరు మాతోట వనసహజ ప్రొడ్యూసర్ కంపెనీ. నా పేరు రవీంద్రనాథ్ భట్లు. నేను కంపెనీలో CEOగా వర్క్ చేయడం అనేది జరుగుతుంది. మా కంపెనీ 2016 అక్టోబర్లో రిజిస్ట్రేషన్ చేసుకున్నాం. మా కంపెనీకి నబార్డ్ వారి సహకారం అందించడం, అలాగే ఆర్ట్ సంస్థ వారి ప్రోత్సాహంతో కంపెనీని ముందుకు తీసుకెళ్ళడం అనేది జరుగుతుంది. మేము 1010 మంది రైతులతో ఈ కంపెనీని ఏర్పాటు చేసాం. ఇందులో 484 మంది మహిళా రైతులు కూడా వాటాదారులుగా చేరి ఉన్నారు. మేము 3 కోట్ల వరకు వ్యాపారం చేయడం జరిగింది. ముఖ్యంగా బీడి, పసుపు, చింతపండు, చీపురు, ఉసిరి వివిధ రకాలైనటువంటి ఈ కమోడిటీస్తో మేము మార్కెట్ అనేది చేసుకుంటున్నాం. అలాగే రైతులకు ఇన్పుట్ సబ్సిడీ కింద మేము క్రాప్ అడ్వాన్సెస్ కూడా న్యాప్ కిసాన్ వివిధ సంస్థల నుంచి అప్పుగా తీసుకొచ్చి మేము మార్కెటింగ్కి అలాగే క్రాప్ అడ్వాన్సెస్ కూడా ఇవ్వడం అనేది జరుగుతుంది. దీనికి అంతటికీ మాకు ప్రోత్సహిస్తున్నటువంటి నబార్డు, అలాగే నబార్డు వారికి మరియు ప్రభుత్వ సంస్థలకు, అగ్రికల్చర్ డిపార్ట్మెంట్ వారికి, హార్టికల్చర్ డిపార్ట్మెంట్ వారికి మాకు గుర్తింపు ఇచ్చినటువంటి మా ఆర్ట్ సంస్థకి మేము ధన్యవాదాలు తెలుపుకుంటాను. అలాగే ఈ అవార్డుకి ఎంపిక చేసినటువంటి సమున్నతి టైమ్స్, ఎకనామిక్ టైమ్స్ వారికి మరియు గ్రాండ్ టోర్నటన్ వారికి మా యొక్క హృదయపూర్వక ధన్యవాదాలు తెలుపుకుంటాను.
आइए अब ईस्ट रीजन की ओर बढ़ें और बहुत बहुत मुबारकबाद देना चाहेंगे मुरहू नारी शक्ति किसान प्रोड्यूसर कंपनी लिमिटेड को।
On behalf of Muru Nari Shakti Kisan Producer Company Limited, let me take the privilege of thanking Samanati, Economic Times and Grant Thornton for selecting us for a FPO award. Muru Nari Shakti Kisan Producer Company was established in the year 2018 as a revenue model while ensuring reasonable returns to the farmers. and quality vegetables, livestock and non-timber forest products to the consumer. NMSK PCL is the emerging producer company working with initially more than 6,000 farmers in the Khuti districts with the capital base of 38 lakh. Our company is working with the tagline Lakhpati Kisan Smart Village. The company is being started to achieve the key principle, irreversibility of the impact, increased resilience of the communities as apex community institution to carry forward the development activities for the household under the program Lakhpati Kisan, which is the joint initiative of Collective for Livelihood Initiative and initiation of Tata Trust and Nav Bharat Jagriti Kendra. And also in the year 2019, company was co-opted by government of Jharkhand under Johar project to achieve the household income in farm and non-farm based activities. In our company, currently 2,835 shareholders invested average 1,000 each. All the shareholders are female only, and we have 104 producer groups working with us. All the members of these producer groups are female farmers only. Coming in terms of turnover, we have started our business in the year 2019. That time the turnover was 47 lakh. Currently, we will see our turnover is around 4 crores. This shows the immense potential of growth in terms of businesses in the Khuti district. And coming to our major services, these are the input and output supply of commercial crops, non-timber forest product. Then in livestock we deal with fish, pig, goat and in backward poultry. Next is a POP demonstration training to its member on all livelihood prototypes. It also provides hand-holding supports to the PG members in sorting grading, in collective marketing and in financial management of their books of accounts also. As part of this, we have different entrepreneurs like polyhouse entrepreneurs, fish entrepreneurs, goat entrepreneurs, piglet entrepreneurs and lakh entrepreneurs. Our revenue sources are majorly comes from tomato, watermelon, goat, fish, and then backward poultry. These are our major. Once again, I would like to thank Samonati, Economic Times and Grant Thornton for bringing all those FPOs on a platform and kind of award as a reward. So thank you once again.
जोहार मुरु नारी शक्ति किसान प्रोड्यूसर कंपनी लिमिटेड के बोर्ड सदस्य एवं खुटी जिला के किसानों महिला किसानों के इकोनॉमिक टाइम्स समोन्नति एवं ग्रांट होटल के सदस्यों के महिला सशक्तिकरण अवार्ड के लिए बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद।
हम सभी दीदियां मुरु नारी शक्ति किसान प्रोड्यूसर कंपनी के शेयर धारक हैं और हम सभी महिला किसान इकोनॉमिक टाइम्स समोन्नति ग्रांट थॉर्टन के सदस्यों को महिला सशक्तिकरण और FPO अवार्ड के लिए बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद देते हैं।
इतने सारे FPOs इतना बढ़िया काम कर रहे हैं और ये शाम है उनको मुबारकबाद देने के लिए। तो आइए वेस्ट रीजन की ओर बढ़ते हुए बरवानी फार्मर प्रोड्यूसर कंपनी लिमिटेड को हम मुबारकबाद दें।
नमस्कार, मेरा नाम शांति मुजाले और मैं ग्राम खड़की की रहने वाली हूँ और मैं बरवानी फार्मर प्रोड्यूसर कंपनी की संचालक मंडल की सदस्य हूँ। हमारी कंपनी में कुल 1920 सदस्य हैं। मैं बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद करना चाहती हूँ समोन्नति संस्था, जीटी और विशेषकर आशा संस्था को, जिनके माध्यम से हमें किसान उत्पादक संगठन पुरस्कार के लिए चुना गया। धन्यवाद।
Let us now move forward to our next category, which is that of Best Milk Producer Organization, and the award in the East region goes to Kaushiki Mahila Milk Producer Company Limited.
मीरा देवी चेयरमैन कौशकी महिला मिल्क प्रोड्यूसर कंपनी लिमिटेड। अपने महिलाओं सदस्यों, बोर्ड सदस्यों तथा कर्मचारी के तरफ से कौशकी को भारत में दूध व्यवसाय के सर्वश्रेष्ठ एफपीओ कंपनी चुनने के लिए इकोनॉमिक्स टाइम, समोन्नति और जीटी का मैं धन्यवाद प्रकट करती हूँ। साथ ही मैं जीविका और एनडीडीबी डेयरी सर्विस का भी धन्यवाद प्रकट करती हूँ, जिन्होंने मेरा समय समय पे मार्गदर्शन किया और हमें आर्थिक सहायता प्रदान की। इस पुरस्कार से हमें नई ऊर्जा मिली, जो हमें निश्चित तौर से अपने लक्ष्यों की प्राप्ति के लिए प्रेरित करेगी। भविष्य में हम कोसी क्षेत्र की महिलाओं को दूध व्यवसाय के माध्यम से आर्थिक संपन्न बनाने की दिशा में और उत्साह के साथ अग्रसित होंगे। धन्यवाद।
Moving towards our southern part of the country, we'd like to wish our very best to Shrija Mahila Milk Producer Company.
Shrija MMPCL was started in 2014. It started with just 27 members.
Shrija MMPCL has been formed with an objective of maximizing returns to its members. Shrija established an unparalleled system with utmost transparency in milk industry. The payments for this milk poured by the farmers are made directly to their bank accounts. With this, larger dream of financial inclusion is taking place. Shrija adopted holistic approach for the welfare of women farmers. It has established dedicated wing for capacity building activities. We have constituted informal grassroots structures called VCG, Village Contact Group, and MRG, Member Relation Group. With these groups, they can resolve their grievances and participate in the growth of business. Input services like cattle feed and mineral mixture are delivered at their doorsteps.
Thanking Economic Times, Samonnati and Grant Thornton for receiving the Farmer Producer Organization Award.
आइए अब आप सभी के बीच एक बहुत ही खास अवार्ड कैटेगरी को इंट्रोड्यूस करें, जो कि है ड्यूरी स्पेशल अवार्ड, और ये स्पेशल अवार्ड जाता है वीरांगना महिला प्रोड्यूसर कंपनी लिमिटेड को।
नमस्कार, मैं जमुना दत्त बरुआ, मैं वीरांगना महिला प्रोड्यूसर कंपनी की डायरेक्टर हूँ। हमारा इस कंपनी वीरांगना महिला कंपनी 2017 को 6 अक्टूबर को रजिस्टर हुआ था। हमारे इस कंपनी में हम खेती-बाड़ी को लेकर ज़्यादा काम करते हैं और उसके प्रोसेसिंग को लेकर काम करते हैं। जो महिलाएं उत्पादन करते हैं उसी के प्रोसेसिंग को लेकर काम करते हैं हम। और हमारे इस वीरांगना महिला प्रोड्यूसर कंपनी में 2189 महिला फार्मर्स हैं और वो शेयर होल्डर भी है। तो आज हम समुन्नति और इकोनॉमिक्स टाइम्स थॉर्नटन को धन्यवाद तहे दिल से करना चाहते हैं, जो उन्होंने हमें बेस्ट फार्मर्स अवार्ड के लिए सिलेक्ट किया। थैंक यू।
We'd now like to bring to you our final award category, which is that of Best FPO Enabler. और ये बहुत ही खास अवार्ड आप सभी के बीच जाता है सेंटर फॉर सस्टेनेबल एग्रीकल्चर को।
Thank you very much, Samonnati and Economic Times, for this award. It's a great honor and privilege. This would not have been possible without the active support of the small and marginal farmers who were part of this journey from 2008 onwards. Thanks are also due to the organizations like NABARD, SFSC, NCDC, NRLM and others who chose us to be the resource organization in formation and mentoring of these farmer producer organizations. The hard work of the staff at farmer producer organizations, the board members and the staff of CSA working at the grassroots all have contributed for this result. Future of farming in India lies in sustainability of these farmer producer organizations. Various policy initiatives by the state and center we strongly believe will contribute for this and can help the farmers of India to get out of this crisis which they are going through today. Thank you very much once again. thanks the organizers for giving the award for Center for Sustainable Agriculture. It reminds us of the responsibility in taking the agenda forward. We are also trying to create the ecosystem with all the stakeholders in sustaining the farmer producer organizations. Thank you very much.
बहुत बहुत मुबारकबाद देना चाहेंगे हर एफपीओ को जिन्हें आज विजेता का खिताब मिला. We'd like to pass on our best wishes and congratulations to each of the FPOs that made it to the listing today and have come out as a winner. With such fabulous FPOs working towards the betterment of the agri sector, no wonder then FPOs are becoming key market players in the agriculture economy. We're only hoping that more and more FPOs come forward and work towards the betterment of FPOs. Many, many congratulations to all the winners of the Economic Times and Samunnati FPO Awards 2021. And now to present the closing address, I'd like to extend a very warm welcome to Mr. Pravesh Sharma, Whole-Time Director, Samunnati Agro Solutions and ex-MD, Small Farmers Agribusiness Consortium. We welcome you, sir.
Namaskar to everybody, and may I extend my own welcome to all the others who have greeted all the participants, winners, and others joining today's event. For me personally, this is such an uplifting moment. Almost 10 years ago, when we began the first FPO promotion work, when I was with the Small Farmers Agribusiness Consortium, I could not have believed that we would come to this day when hundreds of FPOs would compete for these awards in so many categories. So many private companies, so many banks, so many market players would look at FPOs as potential business partners. So may I take this moment also to express my personal sense of gratitude and also of excitement and elation to see the FPO movement having come to this point of maturity. The whole idea of FPOs, as Professor Ramesh Chand explained in his remarks, is to give the smallholder leverage in the marketplace and to address the challenge of the three basic needs that any farmer has. And these needs are the need for capital, the need for accessing technology, and the need for accessing markets. So capital, technology, and markets. These three requirements of farmers are best addressed through a collective entity like the FPO. As Rameshji explained, in the West, because the average farm size is so big, the average farmer in America cultivates 5,000 hectares of land. The average farmer in India cultivates just about 1 hectare, that is 2.5 acres. Obviously, the leverage which a farmer in the US has cannot be compared to the leverage of an average farmer in India. So to give the average farmer in India some leverage in the market, some bargaining power, the FPO is the most viable, the most inclusive solution. When I say inclusive, I mean that we must give every farmer that sense of identity and membership. And that is only possible in a collective like the FPO. Now, at this stage, the country has something close to 9,500 FPOs. The government has already announced another 10,000 FPOs. But the truth is that this country needs a few lakh FPOs in the next 2 to 5 years if we are to really give the bulk of our farmers the bargaining power that they need to deal with markets in a more equitable manner. क्योंकि हमारे बहुत सारे हिंदी भाषी साथी भी जुड़े हुए हैं, मैं उनके लिए 2-3 वाक्य हिंदी में बोलूँगा जो मैं कह रहा हूँ कि एफपीओ एक साधन है, एक माध्यम है आपको सशक्त बनाने का, आपके एम्पावरमेंट का, आपको बाजार में एक शक्ति देने का। और ये एकमात्र साधन है भारत जैसे देश के परिप्रेक्ष्य में जिससे छोटे काश्तकार को मार्केट में खड़े रहने की, जो मार्केट प्लेयर्स हैं उनसे एक समानता का रिश्ता बनाने के लिए यही एक आपको प्लेटफॉर्म है जो कुछ मदद कर सकता है। जो पिछले 10-12 साल में ये 10,000 के करीब एफपीओज बने हैं, ये अपने आप में इस बात का प्रमाण है कि किसान इस सामूहिक शक्ति को समझता है और इसीलिए इतनी बड़ी संख्या में किसान एफपीओ से जुड़े हैं। So I would take this occasion to congratulate not just the winners, but actually every farmer who has joined an FPO as an ordinary member. You are a winner. Just by the fact that you have invested in this idea of the FPO, you have brought success to this whole movement. And the more farmers who join FPOs and the greater the number of FPOs that grows going forward will add to the collective strength and to the importance of this institution. In the last 10 years, I have seen from zero a point today where there are, something like 20 states who have state level FPO policies. The government of India has come out with at least in the last 3 years alone, a dozen plus major initiatives for FPOs. So the momentum and the direction is very clear that going forward, policy will support these institutions, but the most important thing is, will the farmers support these institutions? And I believe that farmers have already seen the strength of this entity called the FPO. They have invested their time, their equity, and their effort in making and strengthening these institutions. And I'm quite sure that going forward, we are going to enter into an era where perforce the market players will have to offer more equitable, more liberal, more profitable terms to these entities. So on behalf of Samunati and Economic Times, the joint sponsors of this event, I thank all the farmers who have joined the FPOs, who've joined the program today. Of course, warm and hearty congratulations to all the winners. But as I said, every one of you who has participated is already a winner. And our special thanks to Professor Ramesh Chand, who joined us live for this event and shared his very insightful thoughts. And I must also share with you that just before he logged off, he told me that please come and meet me and let me know what else I can do. I'm personally willing to support every effort that is going to strengthen FPOs. And I can assure you on behalf of Samunati that we will be following up with Professor Ramesh Chand and put before him several ideas which we believe are important for the further growth and strengthening of the FPO movement. So thank you all. Thank you Economic Times for your support and for making this program a success. सभी को बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद. जय हिंद.
Ready? Thank you so very much, Mr. Sharma, for those very, very kind words. How beautifully you put together all that we've discussed today, and how beautifully you mentioned that we must take this opportunity to congratulate our member farmers who are a big part of our FPOs, the various nominees who participated in such grand numbers, our winners. They are really the fact that we are here today. We are so very proud of the whole movement. Like you said, that FPO movement in India is only growing as we speak, and we'd like to take this opportunity by thanking each and every member farmer of the SPOs. The Economic Times and Samunati FPO Award 2021 would have been incomplete without our viewers. So let me take a moment and thank each and every one of them for tuning in for stories of stable and sustainable growth for farmers. Let's all do our bit in taking forward our agri sector, because FPOs today are changing the lives of farmers, which in turn is making sure that our agriculture sector is in for progress. So let me take a moment and once again thank our partners for their support. I'd like to thank our title partner, Samunati, our knowledge partner, GT Bharat LLP, our agri innovation partner, Corteva Agri Science, our gold partner, Coromandel International. May I also thank our associate partners, SIL India and BSC, our exchange partner, NCDX, and of course, the event has been brought to you by ET Edge Unwired. Please do share your thoughts with us on your social media. Do remember to tag us using our hashtag FPO Awards. Thank you for tuning in. This is Isha Bhalla signing off.